So when I preach here, I preach from a king's perspective, and some people are rubbed the wrong way. What did I do? We can no longer trust pastors. Any invitation I have from today, I cancel it. We can no longer trust pastors. That you can set up a conference to trap me for an arrest. What did I do?
I can't really believe that this is happening. Pastors can try to set up their fellow pastor to be arrested by the government. You know, I've heard that statement, and it has really shocked me. I've never thought that something like that could have happened or can happen. That simply because someone is not supporting you in what you're doing, or simply because someone is standing, knows the right of Kenyans and is trying to correct the government from mistreating Kenyans, and now that you and the government, you are on the same page, you are trying to set this other pastor, whom according to you, you say that he is not in your circle, so that he can be arrested. It is so much shameful. Now, Bishop John C.W. has really exposed something here. And in fact, he has gone ahead and banned and cancelled all his meetings, public meetings with other pastors.
Name that was given to Jesus, even in his childhood state, is who is he that is born what? Priest. Christ is a king. You need to go and study who is a king. So when I preach here, I preach from a king's perspective, and some people are rubbed the wrong way. What did I do? We can no longer trust pastors. Any invitation I have from today, I cancel it. We can no longer trust pastors. That you can set up a conference to trap me for an arrest. What did I do? I preach Jesus. And if you have a problem with that, Jesus Christ is Lord. Take us wherever you want to take us. If you can, do it. If you can. You can no longer trust pastors. I cancel all invites, and I'm saying it from the altar. And let no son come and tell me anything. Don't advise me from your little levels. You don't know what I fight alone. We will preach the kingdom. And anyone that thinks otherwise, this is not a branch. One of the reasons I reject branches is because of that. I am willing to listen. Those that know me know that I listen. Jehovah be my witness. But I am not willing to bend. Keep your honors. I don't speak without thinking. Now people can give me honors only to realize that it's one of the ways that they work with other people to silence me. This is government. If you have a problem with how John C.W. is administrating, I never told you to follow me. If at all I am not making sense, how comes you are listening? How did you know what I said? Number two, if we are nothing, why are you shocked? Why are you so shocked? Why do you need to follow what CW is saying? If it means nothing, then let me be in the village. We are coming. That's all I will tell you. The ones that have eyes, they see. There is nothing that will stop us. I vow this before Jesus Christ. There is nothing that will stop me. So help me God. Not by might, not by power, but by His Spirit. I pray to God, keep your servant.
Because, you know, it is so much embarrassing that you are a pastor. Then why you call a pastor? If you can set your fellow pastor, why you call a bishop? If you can plan on how your fellow servant of God is going to be arrested, then why are you calling yourself? Why are you giving yourself that title? You know, sometimes I normally say that these titles, these titles, some people don't deserve these titles completely. Some people don't deserve to be called pastors. Some don't deserve to be called bishop. Some don't even deserve to be called all those names that they're being called. Huh? If you can do that thing to your fellow pastor, then what of your family? What of your church members? No, what of your church members? If you can do that to your fellow pastor, then what of your church members? What of your church members? So it means that you can trade. I wish I knew these people. So it means that you can trade. You are trading with the life of others simply because you want to get some. You want to be given a 1,100,000. So you are being used. You are being convinced that you are being told, convince him to come to your meeting so that akikuja hiyo mkutano tuje tumshike hapo. So much embarrassing. Now I want us to listen to this. This is the reason as to why Bishop John C.W. These guys were planning to arrest John C.W. because he has been always confronting the government. When you've done something wrong, we just need somebody. Yes, there is nowhere in the Bible. There is nowhere in the Bible that Jesus Christ was preaching preaching pole pole. Hakuna. And that is why he didn't have teachers. That is why he only had apostles. He didn't have pastors. He had apostles. That is why he had apostles. Now, I was reading this book. I've been reading this book. This book is called The Mindset of a Winner. It's a very interesting book. It has got around 100 pages. If you are willing to maybe also, maybe you want what is inside, it's known as The Mindset of a Winner. The author is Apostle Wonder. If you are in a position you want to get a copy, you also want to read what's inside, you can just tell me in the comment section so that I can link you up to find your own copy. This is so much good. It's a very interesting book, The Mindset of a Winner. Let me play you the video of why these people were
pay the debt of this nation. Just freeze bank accounts all the way from the highest to the lowest. That money is in this nation. But it's because we are just playing games with the nation of Kenya. Now, you saw the other day we had an issue with the children. What was the issue with that Maimahio? I want you to see this video. The whole issue, I spoke about it even before I was in one of the radio stations. That issue has just gone and it has just left, because Kenyans, we like hype. When something is in front of you, the minute it goes away, anyone can just pay for a story to go away. TV stations that became businesses. You TV stations, you invite people that have no business being on a TV station. You give people so much mileage and they are saying nonsense on TV. Now, I want you to look at this.
Mayu, Nakuru County.
Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen, appearing before the National Assembly's full plenary on Wednesday, faced questions over a BBC documentary alleging sexual exploitation of minors in Mahiu, Nakuru County. Murkomen dismissed the documentary as a hoax and a piece of activism.
While it's possible that the BBC crew aimed to shed light on these issues, it's now apparent that the documentary failed to meet the intended purpose due to falsified information from several interviewees.
BBC in a statement this evening said, quote, "For clarity, none of the contributors featured in this film were paid, offered payment or coached in any way. As clearly stated in the film, the survivors of abuse who were interviewed were all over 18 and recounted experiences of abuse that occurred when they were underage. We are thankful to the survivors for their brave contributions." The statement further says that they originally handed the evidence gathered during the investigation to the Kenya Police in March 2025, in which perpetrators of crimes against children were clearly identified, as were the victims who were in need of urgent assistance. The statement further adds that BBC Africa Eye's investigation titled Madams, Exposing Kenya's Child Sex Trade, is an important piece of public interest journalism that documents the exploitation of children in the Kenyan sex trade.
Preliminary findings indicate that some of the girls interviewed by BBC falsified their age to qualify for the promised sponsorship, as the BBC team was interested in underage girls engaged in sex work.
The expose, which has since garnered traction online, painted a grim picture of how girls as young as 13 years were easily manipulated and introduced to the sex industry for money. Following the release of the documentary, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, ODPP, directed the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, DCI, to investigate the matter and submit its findings within 7 days. Stephen Leto.
Excuse me, 7 days are over. You said that, you stood and said that that issue is a lie, Minister Murkomen. Fine, let's assume it's a lie. BBC comes out and he says that, was it in March? They delivered this information to the police. You should have gone to that police where they submitted their story and done an oversight and seen how real is this thing. You cannot come out and tell us that this thing is a lie. Okay, let's assume it's a lie. The people that were captured in the lie, where are they? Arrest them. Arrest all those people. Arrest all those women, because then they have given Kenya a bad name. Arrest them. Let us see them in cell for us to believe that is a lie. You really want us to believe that they just lied? Oh, and then they are ignorant people saying, oh, you know, the white people, they want to make Africa. Get away with that nonsense. Go out of here. Who even told you to listen to this broadcast? It's such brains that are making us go back as a nation. You don't need to listen to us. I'm not an activist. I'm not a person that is looking for likes on TikTok. Don't even listen to me. If it is against good governance, don't listen. This is how we speak, and we will keep speaking until the right thing. Fine, it is a wrong information. Arrest all those people. Arrest the people that did the job. At you are saying that, oh, that we are looking for that woman, she's nowhere. But you know where the people that are striking are found. In one instant, you know their houses. You go to their houses in the night. Stop playing games with us. If that story is true and you do nothing about it, we are joking. How can young people underage, this is the situation, and you're just playing politics there? What if it was your daughter? Would you say it was wrong? I was expecting people to go there and check what is really the truth about this situation. Now look at this situation, what is coming into. If it is wrong, fine, arrest. Arrest all those people that are part of that thing, because they are giving Kenya a bad name. For God's sake, where did wisdom go with these leaders of ours? Where is wisdom? Why can't you be wise for once, for God's sake? And then you are here telling us, oh, you listen to that. And then you're just here doing things that don't even matter. A leader is coming. You will return everything you stole. Believe me. Now I know you're not taking that's just a small boy in the church there. Let him make all the noise, we'll keep quiet. If only you knew the Spirit at work. You think I do this job alone? Go and seek wisdom. You really think I'm alone? Go and pray and ask the Lord to open your eyes. The one you are not seeing is superior. This is a dangerous situation. If it is true, let all those people be arrested. Because in Kenya, stories just come up, disappear. Come up, disappear. Come up, disappear. Because it's a game for you. It's a political game. Everything about it is about 2027. Everything is 2027. Everything is 22. Who told you Kenyans will vote for all of you? Kenyans, I beg you. In order to teach these people a lesson, let us look for fresh blood. People that have never been in any position. I saw the statistics. Let me strengthen you young people. 18 to 35 years, they are claiming is almost 15 million voters. 18 to 35 years. The last election that they did, you see that the president took like, is it 7 point something or 6 point something or whatever. And so both the president and the opposition, they are coming to now what 18 to 35 have. Both of them combined. It means the young people have power. Let us teach these people a lesson. So that these people stop thinking that they can take the brains of people for granted. We are messing up with a nation. Completely messing up with a nation. And may the Lord, my prayer, and I know God will answer my prayer. The Lord will answer my prayer. Shortly from now, the Lord will answer our prayer. May the Lord help us in the mighty name of Jesus. I want you to look at something here. The other day, I saw the opposition leader as usual, because for them, again, they try to hype things so that they can look right. Don't always listen to everything they say. Get your own facts. If it's right, it's right. I know that there are several thousands of metric tons of rice that have come. I think they have already come into the nation, or they're coming into the nation. And then people are saying, now I want you to look at this video, then I will tell you where the problem comes in. So that you see the Africa we have. We are all arguing over something that doesn't even have any meaning. Look at this video and see the issue of import of rice. We have killed our sugar companies. There is just a cartel somewhere that prefers Kenya importing rather than manufacturing. Africa, the only way for Africa to be saved, Africa must manufacture. We should focus on exports. Exports should be more in a nation more than import. Why do you think China is the way it is? It's export. Russia is the way it is because of export. America is the way it is because of export. And I'm going to give you a few statistics here so that you can have understanding of what is happening. America controls approximately 26-27% of the GDP of the world. This is what you don't know. Russia, on the other hand, controls approximately China controls 21-22%. It means China and America, they are 50% over. 50%. Why won't a rich man speak from somewhere that we can reduce the population in Africa? Because according to the GDP of the world, Africa is not needed. Let me explain to you. If Africa is removed in terms of the GDP, forget the mines, forget the minerals and everything. We are not needed, because even the minerals we mine, we sell them for nothing. I mean, there is a nation that mines a mineral, a foreign nation buys the mineral for $0.68, and then the same mineral is $200 in the market. So what have you done to a nation? Illegal minings in the nation of Kenya, in Africa. The minerals in Africa alone are enough to take Africa out of any problem. Africa is the richest continent, but they don't want that. Because the minute you become aware, you begin to sell your minerals for the right amount of money, the people begin to lose market. Think about a product like cobalt. Is it cobalt? Is it iPhone needs a certain product to build iPhone. That product is mined in Congo in the largest number. And then that product is taken out of Congo for the least amount of money. Then they bring the same iPhones and have the guts to sell those iPhones at $2,000. Does it even make sense? Why would you export that product abroad? You negotiate for better opportunities. What? If you want this product, we will not sell it to you. This is what we prefer. We would cut the taxes for you, bring your company and produce this product here. That's how you negotiate for the people. So you force that company to bring, that's what the president of America has been trying to do. By doing this, creating these inflamed financial issues. He is pushing those companies to bring their plants in the US. If he does that, there are tax cuts and such things. What is so hard for African presidents to think like that? You negotiate for your people. You reduce the tax on any foreign investor that is coming with a company that can employ approximately 1,000 people. So if you have 100 companies and they have brought 1,000 people, they are coming to employ 1,000 people. What have you done? Do you need to do what we saw the Minister of Foreign Affairs doing? Is it Ministry of Foreign Affairs? Saying that we are taking over 250,000 people. Where are you taking them? When you can retain the manpower in Kenya. The best nurses we have in the world, part of them are from Kenya, in case you don't know. Many of them are working abroad. If you build more level standard of referral hospitals in Kenya, you are able to return those nurses back home. And you keep your labor within your people. So we have so many intelligent people that are going outside. The Kenyan government thinks that by taking people outside, you are creating jobs. You can come up and say, any company that can employ 1,000 people, we will give you, we have government land. We will lease this land for you. You will not need to pay. So government land has been taken away. Taxation, there is no taxation. Then you begin, those 1,000 people, you begin to tax them little by little. That's how you make money for a nation. But when we say these things, you're just there thinking we are foolish. Some of you, the only thing you do is to abuse us. You think we are stupid, we don't know what we are saying. Now, other companies are not able to come into Kenya. Ask me why. Because the amount of money Kenya is producing, the amount of electricity Kenya is producing is less 4,000 megawatts per year. Just imagine. You are coming and the whole leader of the nation is saying that China and Kenya are the next superpowers. How do you compare yourself with China? China is producing 2 million plus per year. You are at less than 4,000. How can you become a superpower? You know, sometimes you people, we don't reason. Sometimes we just speak things to just speak. So it means there are companies in China. There is one company, all the power of China cannot help it. And instead of us thinking, how do we build it? Number one, we saw other companies coming up. You killed them because you want monopoly. So Kenya Power is operating as a what? Is it called a monopoly? An individual. That's why you see, you can buy electricity. The other day we bought electricity for 1,000. The only money that is credited to your account is 600. Where did 400 go? Because you don't want competition. So how will you increase these megawatts? You allow competition. 6, 7 other companies to come and bid. Then the amount of electricity for Kenya will come down. That's how you reason. So there are companies that even though they want to do business with Kenya, they can't. The power line of Kenya cannot sustain the company. And we try to share this light. None of you is listening. All you are doing is to send government bloggers there and funny people to abuse us. As if we are crazy people, we don't know what we are saying. Who told you because I'm a preacher, I don't know what I'm saying? Oh, John C.W., what background does he have on politics? Okay, the ones that have a background on politics, why is Kenya the way it is? Kenyans, let's reason. It's time to reason. This is why there is a distance between your brain and your mouth. Your mouth is not the first thing here. It means you don't speak, then reason. You reason, then it travels. You see what you have reasoned. You hear what you are reasoning. You smell what you are reasoning. Is it good? Does it have a good aroma? Then you say it. But many of us, our head is up here. We speak, then we reason. We replace our head and our brain. So you see young people just abusing people simply because I don't stand for your values. May the Lord help this nation. And we are trying to tell you, we have ideas of how to help our nation. You just think we are just internet people there that are making noise and sending us problems here and people to try and bribe us. If it is money we wanted, you would have known. To the young people, I started speaking before anyone of you even thought about it. Before there was even a name called Gen Z. Yes, I helped this nation come into power. I never participated because I saw the problem. I knew if I become part of this, we're going to have a problem. All we wanted was good governance. The leaders of this nation have shamed us. No one wants to see us. Yeah, we have investors. I know investors that want to come to this nation. Before they enter this nation, sijui the minister will ask for what, sijui who will ask for what. He will go here. Before you get documents, the company becomes tired. Why don't you set realities that any nation that wants to invest in Kenya, any company, any form of corruption, we will hang you in front of people. You are bad people. And then you are just playing games with us. And the preacher there does not even study to show himself approved. After cheating people there, I see your car coming, I see your house coming and getting offering. You and your wife and your children, you have somewhere to stay. You don't care about the people that are working with you. You are not trying to give them a good life. These people will not respect us. No leader in this nation can tell the president anything. Which preacher? When you are, instead of going there to say, Mr. President, this is how we deal with the situation. You are just going there to ask for money for Arambe and buying new cars and funny things and building auditoriums. You don't understand the real problem of the day. What is the problem? Oh, Bishop, you know when you are dressing, don't be angry. Wait until it's your child that's being molested. You will not even be angry, you'll be a killer. Wait until it's you wait. You know you are a child. Some of you don't know what you are saying. Some of you are still in your mother's house. You are still eating from your mother's table and your father's table. That's why you are able to reason the way you are reasoning. Now look at this video, as I was telling you. Tell me what you think about this video as we finish.
Of rice has intensified, with opposition leaders terming the plan a scheme to swindle billions of shillings through cartels. The leaders argue that the directive to import half a million metric tons of milled white rice will also cripple the local producers. Here's Seth Olale with this report.
The controversial opening of the duty-free window for importation of 500,000 metric tons of milled white rice, which will last up to the end of the year, now faces objection from both the Kenya Kwanza, from both the opposition and a section of ruling Kenya Kwanza alliance leaders.
As the united opposition, we will not be silent as our country is auctioned. We will not bow down to intimidation.
We have heard Ruto saying enough is enough, but we remind him as an employee, you can never tell your employer enough is enough.
PLP's Martha Karua, DAPK's Eugene Wamalwa, and Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka say the move will negatively impact farmers.
We were in Mwea recently, and the farmers were complaining about the marketing of their rice. In our administration with Uhuru, we used as government to buy this rice and provide market.
Kirinaga Governor Anne Waiguru and Mara legislator Joseph Mugweru joined in the list of leaders protesting the government's duty-free rice importation.
Mwea zimejaa mchele. Mungechukua hiyo mchele ambayo iko kwa store, alafu ndio sasa tuende maneno ya kuongezea mchele kutoka nje, si ndio?
We have our farmers who have toiled, ambayo tuko na excess rice in Mwea and other parts of the country.
However, while speaking at the Kenya School of Agriculture in Mary County, Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Mutahi Kagwe assured rice farmers that the government will purchase all locally available rice stocks.
There should be no panic from any farmer that we are going to be import rice at the expense of the local farmer. I cannot myself supervise, such an exercise. Therefore, and this is not the first time. Last year, the same thing happened. The previous year, the same thing happened.
The Agriculture and Food Authority, through a press release, states failure to import rice under the current shortfall would lead to either acute food scarcity or a sharp spike in prices, not only for rice, but also for other staples such as maize flour and wheat products. This would create a domino effect on the cost of living and place an unsustainable burden on millions of Kenyan households. 25,000 metric tons of imported sugar is already on its way to a sugar factory based in Western Kenya to be repackaged and sold to unsuspecting Kenyans. Opposition leaders say they will not relent.
To that, even the opposition leaders are not to be trusted because the people speaking there once held office. What good did you do? Stop playing with us. What good did you do? I'm seeing a whole gentleman standing there and he used to hold the agricultural position. Because for you, it's just opposition. Me, I'm not an opposition leader. I bring the facts on the table. This is the problem, and this is how we deal with it. But opposition leaders just want to joyride so that they can sell their presidential bid. We don't care about what you're thinking. Both the government and the opposition should just be left away. All of you should just go home and disappear. That is my prayer. May we have fresh blood. People that have managers. God, the Bible says in Genesis chapter 2, he did not cause it to rain because there was no one to manage. Kenya just need managers. The rest of these people are just a joke. Now, what is the problem there? The problem is not what the opposition is saying. The problem is simple, that these people are saying that even the, and I want you to hear me very well, because some of you cut things and you begin to say what we are not saying. The problem is not that there is rice coming in. There is always room for import. But I've told you this, in order to build a great economy, a lasting economy, a successful economy, you minimize import. We have the Galana issue that I was studying, where you are growing maize. How can a leader say, don't panic, we will buy all your rice and we'll still continue? Don't you see that there is a shortage? You know very well next year there will be a shortage. It's like the problem of Turkana. You know very well water will begin to kill people this year or next year. But we don't prepare for it. We don't dig dams that can be able to host these things. Turkanas are dying because of drought. How can there be drought when a few months later people are dying because of water? Does it even make sense? We don't prepare for the problem. At least Pharaoh told Joseph, sit here and rule. So Joseph had 7 years to prepare for the problem. You know very well next year there will be a shortage. You know, instead of, how does a leader think? How can we begin to raise our own rice? Is Moya the only place that we can have rice? No. How can we have another county where we can bring rice? Let's look for another 100,000 acres. There is a lot of government land. Let's put water. Let's begin to raise rice. You are thinking about, we will buy all the rice. It means you are not doing anything to expedite, or rather to create more import, or rather export. You're not creating opportunities for export of goods. So to say that we will buy all your rice and you know very well there is a shortage of rice, what you should be doing as a government is to create more opportunities for rice, farmers to find rice. Not to begin to say, we'll buy all your rice, 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 what are you saying as a leader? You know, sometimes you hear people speaking, you wonder, are you people leaders or you are jokers? And you're just sitting there and you see a hope, and then the opposition is using that opportunity so to show what the government is not doing right, as if you can do better. All of you in opposition, you had those opportunities. Tell us what you did. Tell us, show us a record of what you did. Stop bringing those nonsense here. Kenya is bigger. Listen, Kenya, these opposition leaders are just a joke. Everyone here is just cooked. Everyone here is just having a bad day. I'm expecting the leader to say, we have seen that there is a problem of rice here. Instead of taking money outside the nation, let us reserve this money. How much are you using to bring 500,000 plus tons of rice? Imagine if that money would have stayed in Kenya. How many farmers would you have created? You could have created more opportunities. But it is only in Kenya where we export things. I mean, we import things that are not needed. Just imagine a nation importing sanitary towels. Imagine a nation importing diapers. Just imagine. Imagine a nation importing toothpick. Toothpick. Oh my God. A nation is importing toothpick. Toothpick. It's because there is a cartel somewhere that eats on import. Things that are not even necessary for you to import. Why can't we create more export? And if you create more export for a nation, you reserve more jobs. That's how you create jobs, not to take people to Germany. Just balance, reduce your import. You will create more jobs by reducing import. Reduce import of things. Now imagine sugar company. Why are we importing sugar? When Kenya has one of the best sugar canes globally. Why are we importing sugar? But it's because there is a cartel somewhere. We can create jobs just by thinking on export. Believe me, 70% of the jobs that we need to create, we can create them by beginning to think of export. exporting rice, exporting sugar, exporting minerals. If you come to the mineral structure, I'm not going to speak about that today. It's going to be a story for another day. Most of those companies needs to be revoked. It is very easy to build county. The government will reduce the amount of money it sends to counties. If you can just reduce corruption, kill corruption of minerals in those counties. If you go to Kwale County, I checked how many minerals are in Kwale County. You know, some of you argue ignorantly. Oh, there are no minerals in Kenya. Who told you there are no minerals? Only they want you to think like that. That's how they want you to reason. And we buy into the whole system. If you just go to Kwale County, go to Lamu, go to these places, go to Turkana, look at the amount of oil that you can mine there. Then you say that 50% of what is mined here remains with us here. Only 20% goes with the manufacturer that has brought his things, or rather the person that is mining. 30% will go to the national government. Just imagine, the government will reduce the amount of money it is sending to the county. That means they will have more money to deal with more infrastructure and build the economy. Just by killing corruption in the mineral sector. But when we say these things, Bishop, stick to the church. Oh, Bishop, tell them about Jesus and going to heaven. Which heaven? Will you even get a chance to go to heaven? If the earth is not important to God, why are we here? The minute you became born again, don't you think you should have been raptured? Let us have leaders that are thinking about, you already know there is a problem tomorrow. Why don't you deal with the solution today? If it's dams, why don't we dig huge dams so that when this rain comes to Turkana, you have already seen where are these places where there are floods. Prepare for the floods. Be like Joseph, prepare for the drought. May the Lord just help us. Cartels in every sector. The people running this nation, we even wonder. This is why Kenyans, I will tell you, make it cheap to make a person a leader. Because the main cartels begin to give these people money. When he comes into power, or they come into power, what do you think? What makes you think they are thinking about you? They must do what you call return on investment. Because some of them, drug leaders are giving them money. Barons, wicked people are giving them money. Who do you think you are for them to think about you? They will begin to take the first 4 years to think. Now imagine the amount of time this government has wasted fighting each other. Just imagine opposition leaders fighting. We will never have peace in this nation because Kenyans became puppets of some few people up here. You go and fight and die up there, we don't care. Because you are wicked people, you are not thinking about Kenyans. Some of you want those imports to continue because that's where you are making money. Why are we importing papers? Papers! Toothpick. Oh my God. May the Lord help us in Jesus' name. May the Lord really help us in Jesus' name. Our time is coming. Our time is coming. Look at the next scandal. eCitizen shut down. Look at the next scandal. I want you to see this video because today that's all we are dealing with. Corruption. Look at this scandal. And then you are telling us, oh, but we are doing a job here. And then they will never come out to say that if that story is not true, why don't you speak against it and arrest the people that are saying it? Because that's painting a bad image to the leaders. Now look at this scandal.
Actions worth 11 billion shillings, warning that the system exposed public funds to fraud, misappropriation and revenue leakages. Members of the National Assembly's Public Accounts Committee are now demanding an immediate shutdown of the platform, terming it a, quote, crime scene of monumental proportions. Emmanuel Toh was in Parliament and filed this report.
A special audit of the government's digital payments platform eCitizen has lifted the lid on alleged rot in its operations, exposing irregular and unexplained transactions that could cost taxpayers about 11 billion shillings. Shadow individuals linked to the platform are at the center of the controversy.
Chair, I'm Deputy Auditor General. Yes.
The damning report tabled before the National Assembly's Public Accounts Committee Tuesday reveals that 7 billion shillings is being held improperly in collection and settlement accounts of service providers. The Auditor General warns that the service providers could be utilizing the funds at the expense of government service delivery. Another 2.5 billion shillings from the eCitizen platform was also unaccounted for. The report stating that unaccounted receipts were due to partial payments, erroneous payments, and duplicate payments. This now revealing a lack of revenue traceability and accountability, which could lead to misappropriation and fraud. Most baffling, however, was the unauthorized transfer of 127 million shillings from the 222 paybill account to private individuals in a single day. Audit documents reveal that 4 such transactions were executed on January 25th, 2024.
For the 2 private entities that had been paid 127 million was under Wandabo Associates Limited 63 million and Gold Rock Capital Limited also 63. The money was in exact equal.
Let's be sincere as Kenyans. This eCitizen is not supposed to be operational. From these findings of this audit report, that's the truth.
eCitizen platform is a scam. Chair, you've been able to read that there is no legal framework.
A quick company search revealed that Wandabo and Associate Limited, one of the firms that benefited, has only one registered shareholder. However, attempts to trace the ownership of Gold Rock Capital returned no results. The audit also flagged an over-collection of 1.8 billion shillings from the public, blaming it on failure to apply the prorated percentage charge on payments. Instead, a flat fee of 50 shillings per transaction was used, actively inflating the cost of government goods and services.
The whole thing is a crime scene. I don't even know where to start. I am actually, I don't know. I'm stressed.
We are staring at a monumental scandal. Or monster.
The report further revealed that despite government claims of full ownership and control, the platform is still operated by Webmasters Limited, raising concerns over the security and misuse of public data. Questions have also emerged on why management of the system is split across 3 ministries instead of being domiciled under one. The public
Look at that. Do you have an idea what is 1 billion? Does it click your mind to know what is 1 billion? You are even seeing the companies that they're saying 63 million, 60 what million, 100 and what million. They even know the companies. What is so hard tracing these people? What is so hard? But the whole story will go like that, disappear. And then someone will go and meet this person, give him his card, the story will disappear. What is that? What is so hard to fight corruption? You can already see how many people are there. That's the eCitizen platform. No one will come out and speak about it. 11 billion has gone. I saw today a minister speaking about it's over 30 billion. If it's not true, fine. Bring your report. Because we even have the Auditor General saying it's not the once or twice this year. He's saying that money is passing and she doesn't know where the money is going. If the Auditor General cannot account, but that money will not go anywhere. It will just go to few people. Do you know what 11 billion is? There was a former governor that built a hospital somewhere in Ukambani. What was his name? Kivutha. Was it Kivutha? If I'm not wrong. He built a hospital at that particular time and Kenyans were happy. I think he was speaking about 100 million if I'm not wrong. Do you know what 11 billion can do? You are speaking about Kenyatta National Hospitals in 7 counties. But it's because you have an insurance cover. You don't know the pain of queuing there. You don't know the pain. My father, biological father, died in Kenyatta. So I'm not just speaking ignorantly. My biological father died in Kenyatta Hospital. I am the one that we received a transfer from Thika all the way to Kenyatta. I was with him in that ambulance, knowing the situation until we got to Kenyatta. I'm the one that can tell you, because my family had not even come, We were two of us. I'm the one that can tell you how long it took before my father was literally administrated over. And instead of devolving Kenyatta National Hospital, you know what 11 billion can do? How much money has gone into building the stadium that you are now celebrating? Because again, we have people in Kenya that, I saw people that are being bought suits and being bought things. Then they begin to change their mind. Because Kenya, our mouth is bought for sweets and chickens. That Bunge ya Wananchi platform, a great platform. You have so many sober young people. Equally speaking, you have just foolish people. That the minute they just given this, their mouth turn. Oh, ni huyu, simply because you bought them a pair of socks. When will the politics of this nation change? It will change when first Kenyans know what they want. We can no longer trust these people. Now that is 11 billion, it has just gone like that. And it's bigger money. This is just one platform. No one will speak about it. And then you are coming here to tell us on a kangaroo court. So coming to the media and saying they are members of parliament, why don't you arrest them?